She's never seen greatness like this before in her life. We're at the illustrious and incomparable North Carolina Agricultural Technical State University.
Hey!
My good son.
I'm walking in, guys. Look at the shit. This is before everyone's getting here. And we got shirts, which is nice. Hello. We're at A&T with it. We're actually on the podium. Hey, how are y'all? Y'all say hey to my vlog? Hey, so cute. Purr. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Oh, it was raining outside?
Yeah, and we can't make it stop. So.
Dang. Nice to see y'all though. Are y'all excited? It's the end.
Yes.
Yeah, winding down.
We're excited, but we're
Do y'all know who's running?
asleep.
Exactly. At all. Y'all too.
Hey, what's up, vlog? Welcome to ASG. Getting shorter.
I was going to say
You're here with A&T.
But I'm on Black Lives, and so it mattered.
Welcome to the campus of North Carolina A&T. So happy to be here on this lovely Friday evening. As to start off, we will call this meeting to order at 7:07 p.m. and I'll pass it to our chief of staff for opening roll call.
University.
4.
North Carolina School of Science and Math. University of North Carolina at Asheville. University of North Carolina at Charlotte.
To start off for this meeting, I'll pass it over to Kylie Rice, the Student Government Association President for North Carolina A&T.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the campus of North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. I am Kylie Rice, the current SGA president for the 2024 to 2025 academic school year. Before we get started, I just wanted to invite our Chancellor, Chancellor Martin, to the podium for welcoming remarks.
I want to welcome all of you from the system. Trust me, anytime that I can connect with students, you can always see that spark go on. Because all my life, I have been in the business of helping to inspire learning and to create knowledge, and it's just infectious. I love, first of all, say congratulations to all of you because you are all leaders, right? You're student leaders, respective classes, some of you undergraduate, some of you graduate. But this is really important because one of the things that this world needs is leadership. Experiences that you're going to get and that you're getting from this are tremendous. They are lifelong. It's been young people, typically students, young people with optimism and drive and energy that's always changed the world. If you look at every movement, every push to go forward, it's been young people with ideas and dreams, a drive to say, you know what, I want a better future. And that's what we saw with those kids. Keep in mind, those kids were 17 and 18 years old in the knowledge and information economy. The next economy, and you heard it here at A&T first, is the relationship economy. To connect with each other and form relationships and things that people recognize as intrinsically human, because machines will be doing a lot of that. So the connections that you're forming here will last a lifetime. I promise you, you will remember all of these experiences and the people that you have been working with, doing it here on this campus in a beautiful environment. You're all beautiful people, and you are the future. So welcome to North Carolina A&T.
We are America's largest HBCU for the 11th consecutive year. We are one of North Carolina's top research campuses. Our student body of 14,311 students is the largest ever enrolled at any HBCU. Thank you, we welcome you, and we hope you guys have a great time this weekend and that we get a lot of work done.
Good evening.
Is as follows. SGA applications for our 78th session is now open. SGA week is coming up.
Our first generation student excited for our Black History Month.
Lastly, we just inaugurated our graduate students into our SGA. So we kind of fulfilled what that bill was talking about. So that happened tonight.
Love to hear that. Thank you.
A&T.
Okay, hey everyone. So as Ellie just said, our first update is JC Cameron, our Miss North Carolina A&T, was the first Miss HBCU. So we also honored the 65th sit-in anniversary today of the A&T Four. We observed February 1, that's happening tomorrow too, because that's just such a historic day here on this campus. And lastly, we had our first graduation informational session.
In the next 90 days, and we use students all across campus to get professional headshots at any time. Lastly, our election started this past Wednesday, so we look forward to sharing the results.
Hey everyone, I'm Liz, and I'm student body president at UNC Asheville. We are thrilled to say that we have finally resumed full campus operations and that all students are back and attending classes in person for the first time. Continue to keep the city of Asheville and the surrounding parts of Western North Carolina in your thoughts, as many still face uncertainty regarding housing, employment, and much more. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to sharing more uplifting news and getting to host you all at the final meeting of this session in April.
ECSU, the UNC System Hunger Challenge. So our fight is
You need that too?
about $5,000. Upcoming, we have the SGA Security Week.
Recently had our multicultural showcase, which included performances and student organization tabling for students of marginalized communities and different identities across campus. We also recently published
Talia Daniels, UNC Greensboro.
And
an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all of the students at our 17 higher education institutions. An opportunity to learn about what's going on different campuses and kind of hear from the experiences of all the students in the system. ASG has given me a broader outlook and vision on the type of initiatives that can transform the lives of students and impact them positively. My favorite part of ASG is being a part of the executive team and learning from other people in the UNC system.
thank you.
I mean, I just brought it last week, so I'm still learning how to use it. It's very confusing. But I'm trying to get into my vlogging era, so it's definitely a nice quality though. Okay, this is nice. Yeah, you see I got a new camera?
Yeah.
Very much so. I gotta subscribe to my channel whenever I create it.
You see, she's never seen greatness like this before in her life. We're at the illustrious and incomparable North Carolina Agricultural Technical State University.
Morning. It's day 2 of ASG, and I think I'm gonna put my hair up, but I'm walking in right now. I don't think you're ready for Miss Kitty. Purr, purr, purr.
Good morning. Hi, good morning. Hey.
Get my good time.
This is the fit, guys. Got these new shoes, which are eating down. These. I should do a bun or just do a ponytail. Yes, very demure, very mindful, very cutesy. So this is the hairstyle we're gonna go with. Period. Oh, found some water to be filled in by Stanley. Oh, you know that super fast. I ain't lying. Oh, perfect. About to refill it right here. Eat that. Gotta have it. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Feel that water, baby. Like the water is doing what it needs to do because I'm dehydrated.
Oh my god, your hair's so cute.
Thank you. This is the room. We're still waiting on people to come for real. But I'm sitting at the front right now. When I got to my seat, there was like a pin here. Very cute seat. Sorry. Yeah, I am.
I was gonna ask, do you know you're gonna bring back the first safety?
Most likely. Depends on how they receive it, but
Did you meet today, right? So I'll talk to you after your committee.
okay, sounds
I'll
good.
check it out.
Good morning. Happy Black History Month.
Yes. Good morning. How to us.
Yes.
Too much stuff that's like.
Wait, do y'all have exams and stuff?
Yeah, we got first exam.
Is it like based on how you review the case or whatever?
Nah, they give us multiple choice questions and an essay.
Y'all committee meets at 10? The first one?
What's y'all do?
I think it's the second session, like the 11. They're doing it before lunch this time, which I appreciate. Good morning. Happy Black History Month.
Hello everyone, we're about to start in like a couple of minutes at 9:05. Just wait for everybody to kind of trickle in and take your seats, and then we'll get started with the meeting.
Faculty boards and chancellors and their administrators. So you guys have access to that, just a reminder real quick. And so it's important to know that many of our institutions, or you can see that we remain. I invite each of you to go through each of the fee proposals in your materials to understand where your institution will be seeking increases and decreases and cause disturbances. Previously, there was no formal policy requiring university institutions to track such individuals. This is a major victory for public safety as it enables us to identify, intervene, and when necessary, apprehend those who pose a threat to our campus communities. North Carolina Association of Student Governments remains a strong and effective advocacy. I ask each of you to reflect on why you are here today. As I mentioned earlier, the University of North Carolina Association of Student Governments is an organization dedicated to advocacy on behalf. As members of this association, we are undergraduate students, graduate students, residents, non-residents, stewards, rivals on the field, and during homecoming, colleagues, friends, but above all, we are leaders. We lead in service to the students of this great university system. This is our calling, and it is something that we must never forget as we gather for our 53rd session. The pen carries two symbols. The outline of our great state of North Carolina, where we are blessed to study from Halloween to Elizabeth City. Second, a star with a ray beaming from west to east, symbolizing our unity and a shared mission to serve all students in the University of North Carolina system. Founded and funded by students, the University of North Carolina Association of Student Governments champions the concerns generations to come. This is a great honor and it comes with a great responsibility. So as we move forward, let us wear these pins as a testament to the distinction that we hold and the mission that we carry. Together we are shaping the future of education in North Carolina.
Laddie, laddie, we like to party.
They still have 50.
That's nice here too. Everybody got money over here.
Everybody got money. In the day of the life of girl.
Day in the life.
Still ain't doing no work.
You supposed to be recording this stuff. What you doing?
I gotta wait for the meeting to get in.
I hope you come in ours because y'all never come in our meeting and get pictures of our meeting.
What time? Because y'all meet at the same time as our meeting, so we can't.
Oh.
Exactly.
That sucks. Lame. Hey, don't worry. We'll take pictures for you. I see the pictures I take. Hey.
Okay, you just pick that.
We're back and we're rolling.
Period.
There was 3 boxes of posters?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but we don't have all the Asian.
Just trying to get the content.
Oh, you mean no.
It's nice. Ooh, I'm sorry. Back it up on you.
So is that like ASG's slogan? These are like advertisement walls. I had one conversation with her. But in the back, we had like a little like girl talk like gap session.
Gotta be kind, please.
Thank you.
This is the room that Michael will also be in. So, yeah.
Good luck.
Have fun. Yes, hello. Hi, how you doing? Good. Okay.
The legislation that we were about to get a grad student on all institutions board of trustees. Why do you lose representation when you become a grad student? Like you have.
Mic check. 11 a.m. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Welcome to the Graduate and Professional Student Affairs Committee. My name is Talia Daniels, and I currently am enrolled at UNC Greensboro, getting my Master's of Education in Student Affairs, Administration, and Higher Education, while working as a graduate assistant for academic initiatives at Winston-Salem State University. During my undergraduate years from UNC Pembroke, and during my time there, I was student body president, I became a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and I was a leadership peer mentor on campus. So that's a little bit about me, and I'm gonna let our AVP introduce herself.
Hey y'all, I go to the illustrious Elizabeth City State, home of the aviation program, the #1 program on the East Coast. SGA VP of Internal Affairs. I now serve as the AVP of Graduate and Professional Relations. I'm also a member of the greatest sorority. Yes. Greatest.
All right, wrap it up.
Safest sorority. There you go. Okay. All right. So we're gonna have fun. I'm really an easy person. We got a lot of legislation to go through. Please be nice, okay? All right.
Yes, let's keep it cute. So we're gonna approve the agenda. UNC Charlotte? We have a second. UNC Chapel Hill? It's been moved and properly second that we approve the agenda. Any opposes? All right, ayes have it, and the agenda is approved. And then we're gonna go into the approval of the minutes from our last session. These are the minutes from our November meeting. Do we have any motions on the floor? Fayetteville State?
I moved to approve the minutes from last meeting.
All right, second, UNC Greensboro. All right, it's been moved and properly second that we approved the minutes from our last meeting. Let's have it, and our minutes are approved. We're gonna go back to our agenda.
I want to be a physical therapist. I have 3 siblings, and I'm from Charlotte.
You want to be a physical therapist, is a dream. Started with the agenda. If you haven't joined the group me, do that. But I just wanted to go over some updates in regards to the initiatives that we have planned. This one is Advocacy Day, and I'm going to let Nevaeh speak a little bit about that to give us some updates in regards to graduate student representation.
Capital of Raleigh, North Carolina, to meet with the legislature on March 25th, because that's the days that just had the least amount of conflicts with all of our schools.
And that's why I think the legislation that we have is so important, because we need that representation, because they kind of overlook us when they think about students in general. Okay, we can move on from the Advocacy Day, and I'll provide updates at our February meeting in regards to us having a day or not. The link in the group me, if y'all all could vote on days for those virtual meetings. And so with that, it'll just be an opportunity for students from all across the system to kind of advocate on behalf of the needs that they need. Because a lot of us in here are undergraduate students, y'all don't really understand, you know, what graduate students are going through. So we want to provide another space outside of this, because a lot of our graduate students can't, and professional students can't make it to these meetings. And these will most likely be held on Teams, and then we'll just send the link out. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to do that, and then we'll vote on the dates so we can promote this. And even if you can't make it, we just want to have at least one representative from your campus, like a graduate student who can kind of speak to the issues that they're experiencing. We're going to have a meeting on February 13th at 5, March 6th at 5, and then April 10th at 5 p.m. Sounds like a plan. Thank you all for participating in that webinar series, which Dioris will be doing our first webinar, which is building a professional brand. We'll have another webinar in February for Dr. Rogers at UNC Chapel Hill. So now we're going to get into our legislation. The first one is AR 24. Do we have any edits on the floor? I know we mentioned at our last meeting we would come back with edits. Anyone have any edits? I mean, if not, we can send it back to the floor if everyone's okay with it. So Chapel Hill and UNC Charlotte. Any opposes? All right, ayes have it. Send this back for review of the General Assembly, which is AR 25, and I'll have Nevaeh, this is her initiative that she led. Let her speak to this.
The UNC System school to go ahead and add a permanent seat on every institution's board of trustees for a graduate student. The point that, you know, when you become a graduate student, you shouldn't automatically just lose representation. Also, if you're losing representation, while our peer institutions outside of the UNC system are allowing that, like Duke allows it, Virginia Tech allows it, Penn State allows it, lessens our impact. And I don't think that we should automatically lose representation just because we want further education. So
I loved it. You know, I really feel like it's necessary because, like I mentioned earlier, when we become graduate students, people kind of forget about us. So this is just giving us an opportunity to have a seat at the table because they can't forget about us if they see us there. Fayetteville State.
I move to approve AR 25.
All right. We have a second. UNC Greensboro. All right. Ayes have it, and the motion is carried. We'll send this back to the General Assembly for a favorable review. All right, so now it's time for open floor. Anybody have anything they want to bring up? Any initiatives, anything they want to work on?
It could be a good moment just to touch on obviously the changes that are happening at the federal level right now in terms of just mass confusion related to grant funding. Obviously, at least I can't speak for all the schools. At UNC Chapel Hill, a huge percentage, like thousands of our students, are funded off of federal grants from the NIH and NSF. And there is some even though the initial memo that was sent out last week to freeze all funding was rescinded, there's very clearly movement to cut funding, and it's unclear to anyone really what extent that's going to be. And I think that it is important for us to communicate with our constituents, because there's a lot of fear right now about a lot of things.
Yes.
Like either is my entire program going to get cut? Is my entire dissertation, can I not work on it anymore? Am I not going to be able to be funded for grad school anymore?
Right.
Still a lot of questions about what's the contingency? And we asked him this week what happens if we have 150 students tomorrow that lose their funding, and his answer was, quote, "I haven't thought about it yet."
I really did ask my institution, because their response to me was, we have the money in place in the event that the students do need it who are having federal funding.
Basically, for financial aid purposes, it doesn't go to individual students. It goes to the institution who then releases it. And they were thinking of freezing that and then distributing. And the goal in the White House, creating initiatives at ECU right now to do credit building workshops, professional development workshops, and just giving people the overall understanding of what needs to be on your credit so that you can qualify for these private lenders, because that's something
I think that we should all kind of ask our administrators, and then we can all come back and then on our February meeting if we want to like make a legislation or find an initiative to kind of just alleviate this confusion, because it's really not fair for us to not know if we'll be able to get our education with these funds that we have. Any other topics for open floor? All right, so that'll go into our next steps. Those legislations, we'll see how it goes to when we get to General Assembly to adjourn. Second from Elizabeth City. All those in favor? Any opposes? All right, ayes have it. We're adjourned at 11:44. Good meeting. Can we get a picture? Okay, I'll let it hear that. To my beautiful committee, everyone waves to the camera. So cute, so cute.
3, 2, 1.
In the dome or around the dome?
Around the dome.
Okay, I was going to say
you have the window.
Yeah.
You can hear them like running around the house.
Taste test.
I mean, it went like better than I thought it would. What do you think, Bree?
It went good.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Good eats, good eats.
Happy National Black History Month!
We are bringing back the Election Day holiday here at the November meeting. Essentially,
So the Graduate and Professional Student Representation Act, we reviewed it and there were no edits. We had a discussion. No one wanted to change anything, so it's same as before. We have representation for our graduate students in each of our student government associations, just having the opportunity for them to advocate on behalf of all the graduate students on our campuses. Oh yes, sorry. Yes, we send it back to General Assembly for favorable review.
Thank you. So, motion, and it passes with 84% in favor. So the motion passes. Let's see. Okay, perfect.
I'll
So
take
give it up
84.
to everybody for the legislature.
Our graduate students don't have that opportunity. And you know, even ASG itself, we have a graduate student committee. We recognize that graduate students do have, you know, specific unique needs. And so I know the majority of this body is undergraduate students, but I think that, I don't think it's crazy to say that a lot of you are going to go on to be graduate students. It would be great if you stayed in the UNC system. And if you do, I don't want you to lose your representation. You know, I had a student body president on the board of trustees, and now that I'm a law student, I just lost it. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's right. And I think that this is about me as a current grad student, but about y'all and the next generation. I think that you should continue to have representation. So I think that this body should vote for it. Thank you.
Period of voting is now closed.
Motion passes.
Okay, so the motion of the R25 is passed, and we'll go
for a couple of things. First, that the universities be required to have an expedited repair system for anything that might be in regards to ADA compliance, at it as a holistic issue through legislation beyond ASG. Encouraging our Board of Governors to advocate to the General Assembly to get more funding issues, and then also implementing hopefully sensitivity training for staff, so as they are creating new places, facilities, and looking at the current ones that they have, that they are keeping students who might have disabilities or any accessibility issues at the forefront of their mind to make sure that all of our campuses are accessible for all. So thank you. Looking forward to any questions, comments, or concerns.
So since we're a public organization representing students, do you think that it's important to put the justification for pulling the reserve funds into the bill if anyone cares to look back at our records?
North Carolina State, when it passes, there will be an amendment to the bill where a warehouse clause will be put in place to do the recommendation that Skylar from UNCW mentioned. So, you good with that?
Anybody else would like to have a discussion based on FBO4? And let's say we do request the 20,000 and we don't use all of the money for the grants, the money will get put back into the reserve. So it's not like we're gonna just use all this money and then it just goes to the wayside. So I do agree with, what is your name again? Your name? Yeah. Bea? Nevaeh. I do agree with Nevaeh because these organizations are requesting funds for certain events that they would really like to help. And they have good causes and good purposes, and a lot of these organizations have events that are in February. So I just would kind of like, I know we've already voted, but kind of challenge the idea to kind of, if we have this money and we're not going to use it, then what's the purpose of, kind of being over, what's the word? Trying to be very, very meticulous with the policy.
Point of information, so we're going to make the amendment now and pass it because we voted on that. So we're going to write the amendment and pass it today. So we're going to have that verbiage and then still also pass it today. So the money will still be appropriated because we are amending it.
Thank you, Ian. Does anybody else wish to address the General Assembly during the spirit of discussion?
It's going to be ended up passed in February either way. So what's going to happen now is we can write the amendment, but we passed the amendment already, so it's just going to be going to the next piece of legislation. It's going to be to come in February, unfortunately. Sorry about that.
It's my understanding that based off of the governing documents of ASG, the third reading is only required for finance bills adopting the recurring budget of the Association of Student Governments. Therefore, an amendment would not need to come via third reading.
Period. Read them documents. Woo!
With that being said, we'll go ahead and move into the final portion of our business meeting, which is the reports of the standing committees and working groups. So first off, internal operations, council student body presidents, have the budget and finance.
The ASG Budget and Finance Committee, we met last night, and for a total of $3,971.36.
We have government outreach.
That I went over today in our meeting, and what I want to reiterate to you guys all again is within an advocacy day that will be coming up on Tuesday, March 25th. That'll be an all-day event, hotel and transportation for the delegation that comes if eligible.
Also have campus outreach, HC and MSI.
I would like to take a point of personal privilege just to start in recognition of the 65th anniversary of the February 1 sit-ins and just ask you to take a moment of silence. And a little bit of the culture of all of our historically defined minority serving institutions. The last thing I wanted to touch on was there have been some concerning conversations about my committee. I just wanted to kind of clear the air and remind everybody of the purpose of the HBCU and MSI committee. The purpose of my committee is to provide assistance and support the 6 historically defined minority serving institutions in our system, recognizing their unique challenges and priorities, and to improve relations between these 6 institutions and the entire UNC system. So my committee is not just for Black people. My committee is not anti-racism sensitivity training. My committee is not any and all things DEI. My committee is for HBCU and MSI relations. Please keep this in mind for the remainder of the session, and please let me know if there are any questions. I'm happy to make this any clearer. Any questions, any concerns, please let me know. I'm available for all of you. Thank you.
Graduate professional student relations.
Thank you. So the Graduate and Professional Student Relations Committee met today. We talked a lot about our initiatives, and we are planning to have virtual meetings for our graduate and professional students that will offset our ASG meetings. And the dates are as follows. February 13th, we'll be having one at 5 p.m., March 6th at 5, and April 10th at 5. And this will all be on our social media accounts. And we'll just basically be providing a space for our graduate and professional students who aren't able to attend these meetings to advocate on behalf of the problems that they're facing on their campuses. We'll also be doing a webinar series. The first confirmed date will be February 20th, and Dior from East Carolina will be talking about building a professional brand and AI and how those merge together. And then Another one in February, we'll be having financial management for graduate students. The Director of Financial Wellbeing at UNC Chapel Hill, Dr. Rogers, will be doing that webinar, and that date has not been confirmed, but once it is, we'll get that out. And then lastly, based on the virtual meetings that we have with our graduate and professional students, we'll get some representatives from that, and we'll have a What I Wish I Knew Before Graduate School panel, giving students the opportunity to see and ask questions from our students in the system. And then we also went over both of the legislations that we reviewed and passed them back, so thank you for approving those pieces. And then lastly, during our open floor, we talked about planning to talk to our administrators and kind of getting some clarity on the uncertainty of the state of our country and the uncertainty that lies with our grant funding and how it'll affect our students and what we can do. So we're planning to do that, and then once we do that, we'll come up with whatever initiative or how we want to move forward based on those conversations. So yeah, that was it.
Thank you, Kalia. And now we have
North Carolina Central University.
Beautiful people.
North Carolina State University.
Bye, everyone.
North Carolina School of Science and Math. University of North Carolina at Asheville.
Hi, UNC Chapel Hill. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say nay. The ayes have it. The motion passes. We are now adjourned at 2:03 p.m.
Say to the flag. We here. Working, you know, doing the Lord's work. And so, bye.
High volume. Am I really that?